Because you cannot just get up one day and be an abuser. It can be their upbringing too. Sometimes the only way to rewrite your story is to come close to God and know God for yourself.
Adam didn't talk too much. It was God who thought about it and said, Adam, you need a companion. Talk to God ourselves.
Hello, Favs. I welcome you all to the Diamond Ennis podcast. As you all know, I'm your favorite girl, Miss B. And today in the studio, I have two amazing people that are going to join me into this topic. They were in the previous episode, and today they are back again. I am so excited. I'm so delighted to introduce them. But like you all know, I don't like to do the introduction. I like my guests to introduce themselves. That way, I will not spoil their names. I don't want to pronounce it wrongly. Please, nobody should laugh. So today we're going to be talking about sexual abuse and sexual exploitation. Our previous episode we spoke about it, but I figured out we have to come from the child so we can just diversify into the adult, and then we have a clearer and better understanding of what you're talking about, so people can relate to it. It can be relatable, and other people out there can learn and share their own basic experiences. So by my right hand is my beautiful and most intelligent.
Okay, so I'm Rejoice.
That is it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rejoice. For
Thank you too for having me on the show.
She wants to make it.
I really appreciate it.
You know, the last time.
The last time I was here, I'm like, I have to come back.
I'm so glad to have you back,
Thank
honestly,
you too.
because the last time you didn't finish it. We need to hit
we need to hit it right.
And by my left hand side.
You know.
Okay, it's keeping it sweet and fresh.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? They're in it. My brother, I see in Africa,
The
so respect yourself.
Ghanaian have cast, the
Ghanaian
name
have
is still
cast.
the same, EPHRAIM.
Thank you,
EPHRAIM.
EPHRAIM.
Don't forget, we're back again, bro.
Thank you so much for joining us in the studio, EPHRAIM. Thank you.
Thank you
Me,
too.
I know for a fact, say, fine boy, no pimples. You drip so hard, okay?
We keep it clean, bro.
You keep it clean, bro.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I beg you, EPHRAIM, I beg. Don't make me laugh, I beg. I beg you.
We are back to
We
Africa,
just started.
I beg you, I
We are
beg
back, we are back.
My cheek don't they pay me.
I'm back to my country.
Please come back to the country.
Come back
You're a
to my country.
Ghanaian, act like a
come
Ghanaian.
back,
What is
please.
in it?
In it.
I'm
Please.
back to my country.
So today I want us to talk about the previous time you guys came in the studio. We had a wonderful topic, which was sexual abuse and sexual exploitation, where you guys were sharing your own experiences and your own insights. And like we said, it's more relatable and it's more giving when we start from the child, from the vulnerable, the vulnerable ones.
The root of it.
Yeah, the root of it. It starts from the child abuse, then it transcends to the adult abuse.
Yeah.
Yes.
So with that, the people out there will not think that we are trying to neglect or shove out the fact that kids too go through this. In fact, their own is even
It's
I
bad,
don't know.
it's worse because here lies the case, as children, there's a kind of fear in us. So you can, even if you feel like, okay, this is a bad thing, are you that confident to come out to say that, mommy, there is this man that anytime you send me to get this, he's always touching me, or there's this guy that is always giving me gifts. Mom, I don't understand. Dad, I don't understand.
But the thing is that for a child to be able to come out like that, it simply means the child has an idea of what is happening to her.
Exactly.
So what about kids that do not even have an idea of what is going on with them? They don't even know that is an abuse. They don't even know they are being sexually exploited because of you have one neighbor, or you have one uncle, or you have one my mother's friend or my father's friend that likes to come around to the house, my auntie, things like that want to give you something. In your mind, your subconscious mind, as a child, when I mean a child, I'm talking about kids.
Yes.
Kids that are like, we're talking about kids from 4 years, 3 years,
5,
coming up to 5, 9, 8.
Exactly.
If you don't give them the orientation of what this thing is at an early stage, they always fall victim of it. They get victimized. So children like that don't even know. They don't even know what it is.
They don't know what it is. And
so what then happens to them?
And in this current times, kids are growing up, physically, emotionally, like quickly of late.
Yes, because of the
Yeah. So, one thing I think we should all do is that if either you're a parent or a guidance, what you're supposed to do. Don't think that a child is too small to know
a certain thing.
Yes. There are kids, there are ways that you can put it. If somebody give you this, there are some parents that when you take something from a visitor or something, if you don't tell them, they'll caution you. Yes. They'll be like, no, anything
you cannot.
Anything anyone gives to you, you have to let them know. You have to let your parent, you have to let your guidance know that, maybe this one gave me this gave me this. So when it's becoming too much, they are matured.
They can help
you.
They have a broader idea about where it is leading to. Because you're giving me gifts today, you're giving me chocolate, tomorrow you're giving me sweet, tomorrow you're giving me this, that. Then
I guess it's a method.
It's a process.
Yeah, it's just to lure them in.
A method is like it is a process to win your trust.
Yeah.
Get the comfort you need. So you'll be like, okay, you're cool whenever you're, but then when the time is due, or more. If it is supposed to take 2 years, a guy can wait, a man can wait, an adult would have, especially females. Females have this kind of strong head to keep stuff secret. She can keep something very secretly to a point whereby, unless it is at an emergency
it has gotten to the
peak,
brim, like
before
so bad,
she'll
let it out,
and it's very bad. And imagine the kind of pressure, the kind of fear he or she is putting to the little ones.
I'm sorry to cut you short. Any female child that is tender, that has so much fear to let out things or to speak out, is because that child's guidance or parent do not have a good communication relationship with the child.
They are not paying attention to
the child. Because
offspring.
If your child is free with you, if your child talks to you freely without having so much fear that, when I talk like this, my mother will react like this.
Exactly.
If a child talks very freely with you, the child will freely come and tell you, mommy, this that gate man gave me sweet today. Mommy, can you imagine, when you were not around, I was waiting for you in the gate. When the gate man say, I should come and wait for, examples like that.
Yeah.
They can be able to tell you without even knowing what it is.
Yeah.
Their subconscious mind, they're just gisting. I'm just talking to my mom.
Whatever good.
I'm just talking to my dad. Yeah. So me, I do not think, personally, I feel that for every child coming up or growing up,
communication
they should have a very good communication.
Is a key.
A very good relationship.
It's very, very important.
Bonding with their parents.
And I would also beg our guardians and parents that allow your kids to freely talk to you. There is this perception about African parenting. They feel, I don't know if it's maybe their experiences, but we want to know your experiences. We want to know what's up.
Yes,
maybe there are some certain things that happened when you were young. Yes, feel free. Let's talk about it. Maybe when you are talking about it, I would also feel free to tell you, mommy, something like this happened. There and then you can advise them. But if you don't make yourself available for your kids, they will do things they are not supposed to do, and they cannot even come to you and tell you. So what do? They go to the wrong people.
Why do I feel like you're talking from experience? Because
exactly, she sounds
like
because she's actually hitting like everything on point.
There's something happening.
Yeah,
you have had a childhood experience.
Yes, it got to a point that I'm like, I wish I had someone to talk to, because wow. I was a kid that was like, I'm just everywhere, I just like to
play around.
Yes.
You're very comfortable around a lot of people. Mm-hmm.
So there are certain things that even if I don't do, because I'm the loudest, they think yes. So my upbringing is kind of hard if I go to my auntie and tell her that maybe this is what is going on.
Yeah, it's true. The last time you said you
yes,
your auntie.
I felt like she will not even maybe accept the fact that this is happening, because we were in a Christian home, right? So I was also thinking, hey, what if I go and say this? And the person is a closest person, He's someone that my mom could leave me with him, that, I'm traveling, look after your
Your mom felt
cousin
a lot
or-
of trust.
Too much
Yes,
trust,
because
baby.
why not?
Yes, I know.
Why not?
Too much
There are some
trust.
people that do things
Yes,
like that.
imagine you leave your child with the uncle or the aunt or anything. In your mind, this is your, she's
Your
just
uncle,
like
yeah.
your kid. So they expect them to look after us, but sometimes it's not like that.
I don't understand what brings about the attraction to.
Yes, because
I can't fathom that thing at
'cause
all.
I'm young.
There's a saying
You
that when
know,
a man
what-
is when
what
a man
is-
is horny, he doesn't think. He only thinks of
No,
how to
those
get-
are
No.
animals. I'm sorry, but they're animals. How can how can your body move for a child? And funny enough, they are relatives.
Yeah,
Currently,
people
there's-
you
there-
think
there
would
was-
never do that.
I think this early hours of today, I saw a video trending of a woman, not necessarily woman, but then an adult trying to have sex with a small boy, like of age of 5 years or 4 years.
A woman.
A woman, like I don't know if
Wow.
it is her mom or not, but then it was really crazy because she actually had to kneel down in front of the son, or I don't know if it is the son or a baby boy, I don't know, and then had to put his pennies into her mouth. I was like what kind of
Oh my
It's
God.
so
like,
Oh my God.
to
The
this
thought-
extent.
disgusting.
Oh Jesus.
It was
Holy
really
Spirit.
disgusting.
The thought of hearing it
I
alone.
couldn't even watch it because the next line of action, she had to put the boy on the floor and then trying to sit. I was like, bro, no.
But first of all, who is recording that thing?
That's the question.
She
person-
herself. She has set camera herself and she was recording it. It was not like someone was recording it
Wow.
for them, but then she had mounted the camera herself.
Because I wanted to say the person recording it, maybe the person is trying to peep to record it. We not just drop the phone
And do something about it,
I can't see Jesus. Just give her one.
It's
Give her one.
because of social media era.
She mounted the phone herself, and then she was doing it, and then I was like, jeez, man.
On what benefit? Like I don't understand. Like
If
why?
if you can't,
People
if you
need
can't
therapy.
Do you know what?
That is,
Do you know what will happen to that child when that child is growing up? The child will need a lot of.
Yes.
as at
And
that
it would worry the child.
as at that age,
It would
what do
worry
you
the
think
child.
he's going to think about from that moment? At his age, you kneel down before him, you raise him up, and then you have to hold him, bro.
But that's so
It's crazy.
bad. I am trying to process this thing in my head.
Crazy things
Like-
are really happening.
Like I'm trying to process it. A lot of people will think that is insane. A lot of people will think that he's not making sense. But
look at the torture it is for adults.
that
who,
baby is going to
who even
suffer
go
some
out,
mental.
who are offered, and then they have to do it because of circumstances. Look at the trauma they go through at night, because from experience,
Do you know?
few people I have spoken with, they are doing it because they're taking care of families outside, and then when they go to bed, it is like an imagination moment. They begin to regret their actions, but then they have no choice.
Then when the
Imagine
child
as
is now growing up,
Then imagine someone who is now about to enter into the teens, into the
peer
20s.
pressure.
Adolescents. Bro.
Then that's why the parents need to protect their kids.
It's
But
only
then-
Do not
it's
give birth to
only-
a child you cannot protect.
That is it.
From the video
is it.
the video trending, it looks like she is
A guy then.
she is the mom. These young ladies who give birth out of wedlock,
Like a single mom.
probably. So it looks
But
like
that's not a justification for her to do whatever thing she's doing.
exactly.
Like,
And then
how does that
my
even
point
connect?
here is how
And
does
people
she
like
have,
that should be reported.
How does she have the guts, the effrontery?
Why
to
would you
put
even?
it-
Why would you do something like this?
to put
Video
to put it outside,
It's crazy.
like on TikTok, like
on TikTok.
It's crazy. People
And
like
then-
that don't need to they need to go to
And
the
I am
hospital.
I am personally sure that the face of that child was not even blood.
Covered.
Everything was clear.
Was not even covered.
Imagine when
The
he grows
internet
up.
never forgets.
No.
That of the mom, that of the boy. The boy,
No,
I mean, the boy.
They need to stand on a law for sexual abuse.
They have to.
For not even sexual abuse, for abuse, especially sexual and physical abuse. They need to have a law. They need to implement a law for it. Because honestly, look at now. You will see young girls now, they are becoming sex addicts. They are having They don't have control of their body.
No.
And then tomorrow somebody comes to judge them and say that, oh, this person is this person is that, this person is...
Yeah.
Yo, you are not even allowed to judge people when you don't even know the shoes that they have walked through. The shoes they have walked in.
Yeah.
How can you judge somebody when you cannot even fit into their own shoes?
And
This is it. This is how it happens. This is how it happens. Now, my point is, what is the gain of these abusers? What are they gaining from this thing they are doing?
They're only thinking about their satisfaction.
Satisfaction. You can look for a grown up now. That is why they have new methods of men releasing themselves from their rubbish peer pressure or whatever thing it is. Please, There are different ways. They have grown up girls.
Yeah.
They have adults. They have people that you can go, you can pay, you can get your phone, the phone you want to get. Why babies?
You know, there are issues that come up like that.
Sometimes, people...
No, I think that they're devils. They're possessed.
Sometimes
they don't even have a soul.
Sometimes, like I said,
Men,
it can
women.
it can be their upbringing too, because you cannot just get up one day and be an abuser. You know, so that is what we are talking about.
Upbringing.
Yes, upbringing is part. No
but
therapy.
But you can choose to rewrite your story.
Yes. How do you rewrite your story? Sometimes the only way to rewrite your story is to come close to God and know God for yourself. Not because your parents say, okay, go to church, you go to church, like how we do as kids. But is something about they teaching you how to know God and you knowing God yourself. Do you understand? It's two different things. So I would just say that sometimes you should just listen to authority, like listen to people you trust and talk to them about your issues. You feel like,
you have to have
anytime one person you trust.
But you people don't like to talk.
That is the problem. You know, so you must trust someone that is older than you or something and talk to him. Maybe this is what I feel. This is, if I see kids, this is how I feel. You need therapy and you have to go to therapy. And we are in a part of a world where therapy is like, we don't see it.
We don't care about therapy.
So it's like everybody is just crazy.
Only few, those who have
persons,
ideas, those who know the benefit about it are those who, make good use of it. But then it is seen as...
But I think before you go for therapy or before you get a profound solution for yourself, when you're already grown as an adult, you first of all have to have self-reflection.
Yeah.
You have to reflect on yourself first. You have to tell yourself that I am ready to heal.
Sure.
Because trust me, if you're going for therapy, if you're going to see a therapist and you're not even reflecting on yourself, you're not even trying to heal, you're not trying to overcome your trauma, there is nothing a therapist will tell you that is going to work for you. The first thing that will work for you is your own decision. Oh, I have decided to come out from this. I've decided to come out from this trauma. I've decided to come out from this traumatizing childhood that I have. Then, when somebody is talking to you, a therapist can be anybody. Yeah. It can be the podcast you're listening to.
Yeah.
It can be a book. You can decide to read a particular book. You can decide to listen to a particular audio or a message. All of those things are therapeutic. You don't have to stand in front of somebody and then cross your leg and then they'll talk to you.
Question and answers.
And then question and answering section. No. When you listen to some certain messages, when you read some certain books, you get this comprehension. It will start sinking in. And then that's when you will need the intervention of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
You will need the Holy Spirit to help you heal completely, because you cannot decide on your own that you want to heal without getting having a self-reflection.
You know, first, that was what I was thinking.
But it didn't work for you.
It didn't work. It just.
But it actually worked for me.
It keeps hunting me.
So
it takes time.
It takes time.
It takes time.
It takes time.
Time heals.
I think it's time. Because
time
honestly,
everything.
you're healing, but you're not seeing.
But then, you just have done to forget that.
One thing that also helped me was the word. A friend told me to keep listening to messages that, you know. So I listen to messages, I read the Bible, and it's like that is what is giving me the relief right now. Because if not, I'm like, yo, so how am I going to do it? I'm still scared at a point to talk to someone because I feel like this person will know my story, and maybe what if we are not there anymore?
Exactly.
The only person that can know my story and not tell anybody
is the Holy Spirit.
Is the Holy Spirit.
There's nothing you want to tell me.
Yes.
It's the Holy Spirit.
That's the only thing.
Because
so sometimes when I see people talking about it, the Holy Spirit, praying, and the Bible, I'm like, this one, we hear it every day. But till you experience and feel it, you will know that yes.
That's where self-reflection comes in. When you've self-reflected on yourself and say, oh, now I need the intervention of the Holy Spirit. I need the Holy Spirit to walk through me and in me. You see, you'll be getting your own profound healing and solutions yourself.
Yeah.
It's a process. You don't rush the process. You just take your time in it. I personally went through a lot of sexual abuse as a child. I couldn't tell nobody. I couldn't talk to anybody. Do you know why? Because I was so scared. I had so much fear in me that I feel when I open my mouth to say, nobody will believe me.
Yeah.
Right from when I was 4 years old up to when I was 16.
Wow.
You were young and vulnerable. You were.
I was like, even when the 4 years old is even like, I cannot, I tell God something every time. I say, take away some of the childhood experiences I had.
It's crazy, bro.
Just take away some of the childhood experiences I went through. I experienced. Do you know why? Because I do not want to remember it. Now that's where you start to see yourself, your healing.
So, Miss B, there's something I also want to talk about. Like we are saying, if you have an issue, like as a kid, you go to your parents and tell them. So what's in this situation? Maybe you have a girl child and the father is the one doing. And maybe is the mother is the one, like, you know, how do you handle this situation as a child? How can you handle it? Because the only people you trust so much in the world, they are the ones doing it to you. Yes.
The father is the one doing.
Yeah.
Yes, there are situations whereby.
Then the mother is doing what?
Sometimes
She's
maybe.
not aware?
No, the mom is not aware. You know, sometimes the child is so scared. How can you tell mommy that it's daddy?
Yeah, they're gonna fear.
Because are they trying to protect
the
family, or the father is threatening their own, like the child you gave birth?
Yes, the child you gave birth to. That is why mostly, you know, mothers are supposed to take critical care about their girl child.
I think I saw something like that online one time.
Yeah.
Now the thing just reflected in my head.
It could be anyone. It could be your father. It could be your teacher.
Your mom,
it could be your mom. It could be your auntie, your uncles.
That
you
is
know.
the mothers. This one happens to mothers who weren't brought up properly. Do you get? They weren't brought up properly, and then they see everything to be normal.
How can they see? What is the definition of normal and abnormal? There is no justification whatsoever for sexual abuse and sexual exploitation.
Yeah, you don't have any excuse.
Phantom how exploiting a child that is just 4 years old, or a child that is 5 years old, or sexually abusing a child that is very vulnerable. I don't see it as normal. There is nothing you want to tell me.
Yeah.
Even if you as the parent or you as the mother, you went through a process like that. You knew what you went through. You knew the pain you encountered. So why would you grow up and see it
some part is spiritually involved?
Bro,
you never can tell.
Life consists of spirituality. I know. But as a person, as a human being, except you're just an animal.
You have to think.
Except you're just an animal. And these people that do these things, they have a way of protecting their own children.
Yes.
Exactly.
They don't allow anybody to mess with their children.
They don't.
You
But they
don't
mess
try.
with other people's kids, and that is not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. Like, no, I'd say no to it.
Yeah. So yeah, just have the courage as children.
Now, look at what she just said.
You should have the courage to
What
talk
will
to someone.
somebody like that do? Your father is the one molesting you.
Yeah.
Your father is the one abusing you sexually. So you want to talk to your mom, but you don't
You
have a
have
good
to-
communication,
to
a
do
good
that.
communicating relationship with your mom. What? Just
How are you even going to say it?
What are you going to tell her?
You know, that is why some kids, when they
Or
see
maybe,
some
sorry
kind
to
of
cut you short, my
visitors,
darling. Sorry, I just remember something. Or
Yeah.
maybe when the father appears so lovable with the mother,
yes, imagine,
that's a psychopath.
he is.
When the father appears so lovable with the mother and is all loving, and how will the child, the boy or the girl, want to tell the mother that this man that
This is what is going on.
She will not. It will be eating her up. It
So-
would be eating her up, and there's nothing she can
Yeah,
do.
this
Because
is
the best
heavy.
people that are there to love and support you and advise
Are the
you are
ones
really
who-
taking advantage of you.
So what would you do about it? You know, it's
Please,
painful.
if there's somebody out there that is going through such an ordeal, I don't even know. I'm trying to look for the right word to use to classify it. Please, you can send us an email on diamond0101@gmail.com. You might not want to just say your name. Just talk to us. You see, talking to people might not be talking to your relatives.
Yeah.
Talking to someone might not be talking to somebody close to
Exactly.
you. Talk to somebody that is not even around. Somebody that is just, you see the person as a mentor, or okay, now I know somebody's going to say out there, what about the ones that are like mentors? You talk to them, they still abuse you.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Okay.
A problem shared is halfly solved. So
Yeah,
you
so
need to-
just
you
do
need
the
to
right
talk.
thing and just report them.
And
If
then-
you think it's becoming too much, just report
just
them.
need to look for
we
one
have
key
we have we
person.
have rules and regulations. We have laws in the country that are protecting.
In Ghana, yeah, you people have a law
like that,
yes,
right?
Laws,
Yes, we have
yes,
laws
but
that support the vulnerable,
everything-
women, everybody. You
but
know.
then
So
let
just
me-
go and talk to the police. No, they are the ones that can help you, because the person you trust so much. Imagine your dad.
Now,
I
the
can't
person,
tell
the
my
person that
mom.
can talk to the police is kids that are bold from 5 years.
Yes.
6
Yeah,
years.
Yes.
But then it
the
depends.
3-4 years old kids.
It
Sometimes you
No,
you
they,
know
they have to overcome that by
That
themselves,
before.
because honestly speaking, at that moment they don't even know, they cannot comprehend what is happening.
and you know
to them.
sometimes they talk to us but we don't know. There is a visitor that can come to the house, you know, maybe your uncle used to come to the house all the time, you know, but it gets to a time that when your uncle wants to touch maybe a child or any, they will be pulling themselves, but our parents, oh uncle, go, you know, you are still, you know,
You're
why
using your
she's
body to-
resisting.
they use
Resisting your
their
uncle.
body
So,
language to speak.
All I
but
want
then
to say is at
some
least
parents
parents
don't
too
understand.
should try and read their kids. You should try and read their emotions,
Reading their body languages.
Yes, their body languages. Anybody that comes to the house, the way they behave towards them should send you a message.
Exactly.
So just open your eyes as guardians, like open your eyes wide on your kids, because it could be your pastor, it could be your teacher at school, it could be your workplace. It could be
all for-
friends you even bring home.
all for what? God,
you know?
God. All for what? Sexual
Yes,
gratification.
people are just
Exactly.
Wicked
Sexual
like that.
satisfaction.
Just because you want to satisfy your body,
Your sexual urge.
just because you want to feel good.
yeah.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
how many minutes?
20 minutes.
You cannot stress a child like that.
Like
for 20
that
minutes.
now.
Some like out of the thought of itself, is
It's crazy.
Ah.
It's crazy.
Oh, no.
Emotional.
no, the thought of it is crazy.
It's
Because
crazy.
now this is the kind of thing that puts women out there on the street. And when a woman just grows out of it and decide that this is how they want to live their lives, somebody will just come and start judging them.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. You cannot live your life wrongly because of your past or your hurtful experience. You can choose to renew yourself, redeem yourself
Yeah.
through Christ or whatever thing you believe in. But I believe in God 100%. I'm a believer of God. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm not sorry about that. I don't even know why I'm saying I'm sorry for what. I'm a believer of God, so you can
Yeah.
decide to redeem yourself. I'm just so pissed.
You know,
I'm so pissed. Like
Topics
thinking
like
about
this,
this thing is just
topic
pissing me
like
off.
this
I
is-
just wish there's a way I can just
and you know,
they need a
sometimes
support system.
sometimes
I
the
know
people
they need a support system.
sometimes the people that abuse are those in authority. Sometimes they are higher. You know, imagine your pastor abusing you. Who do you talk to? Who do you want to talk to? Are you going to tell a church member? How would they even believe you?
So the fear of coming out to talk about it
It's also another thing.
is another thing, because
Yes.
honestly, if I'm being abused, by somebody in the authority, I like this. Come on, we have the social media. I will
Now
call
you
out
know.
the person. Now
But
there's
as
an
a
avenue.
child-
But as a child,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. As a child now, that's a problem. If you're having a good relationship with your parents, it could have been easier for you to talk to your parents.
Exactly.
If it's with the ladies are very sharp to just talk.
Ladies.
But the guys now,
They don't like talking.
you people don't like to talk
They don't like talking.
because they believe that they are being wired and created in the way that they don't need the help from a woman.
Yes,
Adam
you know, there
didn't-
was a time
Adam
that
didn't talk too much.
Adam didn't talk to.
there was a time,
It was
you know.
God who thought about it and said, Adam, you need a companion.
So you talk to God.
We talk to God ourselves.
As men. But sometimes
so
you need
men-
someone to talk to you to have that
So
really.
You
what
know-
if a woman wants to have that kind of relationship with you where she's not going to judge you, she's not going to be biased, she just want to listen and comfort you. You won't talk to her.
Baby girl, they are rare. They are rare. Out of 5, they are just like 0.2.
No, that's bad. How why you do
It's
that
so
now?
bad.
0.2.
At least
And
people,
now they're just like
But you
that
know,
now.
people
Don't do that.
listen.
You have like
To-
2%. Don't
to tolerate you to the highest.
I disagree with you.
No, because
I
don't put
disagree
don't
with
put us
you.
under the carpet. Can you 0.8?
You the trust woman on join. Well,
No, they have women like that. They have 2% of if it's like-
okay, just tell me you want me to give you 2%. I'm fine. I'll give you 2%. It's not a struggle. Don't
5
struggle
out
with
of
it.
10.
And I want you to say your sincerity. It's not about you
It's
giving me 2%.
rare. It's actually rare because
It's rare, but that
she
doesn't
will
mean they are
listen
not
to you
women like
at the
that.
beginning, but then it gets to a point
She'll use it on you.
she will now start to use it against you, and then she's gonna blast it to your face at a point whereby
Then unless you're in a relationship with her.
But even if you're in a relationship with her, why will you blast somebody's
You know, some people, when the
somebody's,
relationship is over, they just...
No, it's not a justification for
That
for
is
a
why-
lady to
that
blast.
is why-
Your guy tells you something that he went through, an abuse he went through as a child.
that is why
He confided
You're
in you to tell you.
you're supposed to
as a
protect
lady,
that
you're supposed to
feeling.
protect
it.
Yeah.
protect him because
Yeah.
he's supposed to be safe around you. For a man to even open that space to
because
to welcome you in.
we don't talk.
Come on.
Yeah.
So because
when
of
I
you people
tell
that have
you-
issue.
when I tell you and then you use it against me, in my head, we are done.
Yeah.
But that's even wrong.
It's wrong.
You cannot even if it's a
It's
relationship
wrong.
of
they
out
are-
of a
So,
relationship.
It is good to have a lady, you know, whereby you close from work, you get home, you get to the house, you know. When you get to the house, she takes your bag, babe, how you doing? How was work? You know, it feels good,
But
but there's a very big B.
I know that there's a but
Why?
because it started
Not
with sweetness.
sorry, not Miss B, but a very big,
Big.
B.
Very big but.
Yes,
Okay.
a very big
B is
bot.
here too. Please
Right.
not me.
But this one is BU, but
Okay. And the but is
the bot is very strong
It's very strong.
because for the question is, how long are you going to be doing this? You pretend to be cool, we are good. Maybe I might mess up one or two once, and then even that is why when you were a child, this happened to you.
Yeah, so like
and
it's still...
there are women like that. Those
There are women like
they
that.
I don't know what to call them.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call them, but truly you're right. But there are women I don't know what to call it. Toxic or what? You don't need that
Yes.
kind of woman in your life. Please.
Yeah.
If you have that kind of a woman,
because the person
God
is
will
supposed
direct
to be
you
your
right.
companion, right?
Why- God will direct you right. I know how you fix.
Yes.
Um,
Because so sometimes, like you said, that is why most people keep it in themselves.
They keep it. They keep
Yeah, I
it
understand.
But you
understand.
know,
And then
the
they
only
deal with it
way to let
themselves.
it go is one. It all comes back to like spirituality.
You just
Of
have
course,
to. You
it's
just have to build
spirituality.
Yes.
yourself up to it,
Build your relationship with God.
Yeah.
and then build yourself. Tell yourself, okay,
forgive yourself. Give yourself
That's why
a freedom.
That's the
Remember I
first
said-
step. That's the
Yes.
first step to move on or
To healing.
To healing. Yes,
From
thank
abuse.
you. To healing.
Forgive yourself.
Forgive yourself first.
Self-reflection.
Yeah.
Tell yourself that, oh, okay, this is it.
Okay, yeah, you messed up. You're wrong. You accept it. You move on. You correct your mistakes. You do your homeworks.
That is if you mess up. If you're being abused as a child, and
You have to.
and you grow up,
You have to let it go.
you have to let it go. You have to tell yourself that it is not your fault.
It's not your fault.
That's
it was
supposed to be the phrase.
exactly.
It is not your fault.
And then
Tell yourself sweet things.
it's good to heal from such stuffs, but then sometimes too, your fellow human can make you forget about it, depending on the situation that is going to happen. Something
what
might
aspect?
happen, and then the person, despite, okay, let's say what I experienced, I'm talking to you about it, and then you have experienced it before,
Okay.
and then you have healed from it. You make me believe, you have to do something to make me believe that I can give myself another chance to be normal. So you make sure you don't get angry at stuff that will make me reflect about my past. Maybe something will happen. I'll get angry. Instead of you to calm me down, talk to me, you also get angry and then you also react. I feel like then that is it. I mean,
You know, our emotions are shattered. Our emotions are
a lot. You need to
like they are
you need to
scattered
have an
everywhere.
understanding that you're trying to heal someone, so you have to be tolerant enough and be patient
Patient.
enough, so
The
the
emotions
person
have to be controlled. You
the
have
person
to,
brings out whatever thing he or she feels within. When you accumulate it, then you address it in a very nice way. Let the person believe that you can always give yourself a second chance. You always have the chance to leave, eat, wake up. Why can't you give yourself a second chance if you mess up?
and again, if you've gone through abuse or you're going
Don't
through
let
abuse
that
right
abuse
now,
determine your
who
future.
you become.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you're going through abuse, you need to speak up and
Break
get
that
help.
chain. You need to break that chain. If it is a trend, you
There are
need
so
to break
many.
it.
The
Right
first
now, social
chain
media
is
is
speaking
everywhere.
up. Right now, if you're going through it, it's not okay. It is not okay. It's not normal. Maybe your brain, you have already accepted that
Accepted
it's
it.
normal, but it is not normal. It is not okay. Please, if you're going through abuse, I want you to speak up. I want you to talk. Like I said, you can also reach us out on our email address. This topic is a topic you can go by it over and over again.
Yeah.
But for now, we are going to stop now. And I just want to say thank you guys for joining me, because honestly,
Thank you too for
I
having
am
us.
We appreciate.
I am just- I don't
this
know.
moment. This
Yeah.
is a
I'm
very
just in my
good
feelings
platform.
right now because
This is a very.
I
good
just
need to
platform
just
chill
you
my
know,
brain.
Yes, no.
daring
Sometimes-
this is crazy.
Sometimes
It's so crazy.
the stuffs like this need to happen so people can share the experience and then how they were
How
able
they
to
overcame it
yes,
and how they became
because
better.
someone is out there watching, doesn't have a solution
So wait.
or doesn't have these options you're saying, anybody to talk to, but then
we are option now. You can talk to us.
we
Talk to
turn out to be an option.
You can talk to us. We can talk about it.
Maybe
That's
what
the
I would
first
say
thing.
is the same story you've also been through or you've also experienced.
Or
Worse.
even worse.
So, or
Yes.
even worse.
Yeah.
Or maybe mine might be worse than yours.
Yours.
So you
Before
look
your
at
own
mine and
gets
then
to
you
that.
be like, even his is worse and he was able to get over it. Let me listen to what he said and then use it to better myself. So we are here for you guys anytime, anywhere.
Yes. And
Just like, share, comment, and then
yes, please.
We're
Very,
good.
very important. The comment is very important. Please comment. We're here to share with you your experiences. We're here to relate with you. Okay. Do not forget to like, share, comment. Thank you guys so much for being listening with me today.
Thank you too.
I am
Thank you
so
too.
I'm so
Thank
happy
you
to
too.
have you guys.
Thank you
Thank you so
too.
much. And until then, we'll see you guys in the next episode. I remain your favorite girl, Miss B. Take care and God bless you.
Really?
Bye.